News 25 is brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
More details are released regarding a police pursuit, and virus testing continues in Beatty and Tonopah. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
A young mother is arrested following a pursuit. It's Wednesday, April 1st. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Well, remember the woman who eluded police after an incident at Burger King last week? Well, we now know a little bit more about what happened and what charges she's now facing.
Hope Woods is facing a long list of charges after an incident that started last Thursday at Burger King in Pahrump and ended on Highway 160 near Mountain Falls. Deputies were called for a disturbance at the restaurant's drive-thru. When they arrived, the woman, later identified as Woods, had already left. Officers were able to stop her vehicle next to Super Pond. 2 young children were in the back seat. Police say at the time, Woods identified herself as Hope Glory, but a records check of that name and the date of birth she provided came back as a no match. Before officers could question her about that, she got in her car and prepared to pull out onto 160. Officers told her several times to stop, but they say she ignored their commands and proceeded to pull south onto 160. 3 police vehicles with lights and sirens activated followed her, attempting to make a traffic stop, but Woods continued driving. Officers were eventually able to box her in and force her to stop on Highway 160 near Mountain Falls Boulevard. Once stopped, officers ordered Woods to exit the vehicle. She refused, so officers broke 2 windows to remove her from the car. According to the arrest report, Woods refused to speak with deputies, and at this time her identity was still unknown. But while conducting a vehicle search before the car was towed, officers located a Nevada driver's license positively identifying her as Hope Woods. A records check revealed Woods had a warrant for her arrest through Nevada Highway Patrol, and the registration for the vehicle she was driving had also been suspended. Woods was placed under arrest and booked on the following charges: driver disobeying a peace officer and endangering others, 2 counts of child abuse or neglect, resisting a peace officer, failure to properly restrain a child, failure to appear after bail, operating a vehicle with a suspended registration, and failure to maintain lane.
Well, police and medics were dispatched to a crash this afternoon on the west side. Thankfully, no injuries were reported as a result of a 2-vehicle crash that occurred this afternoon on Blosser Ranch Road, just west of Leslie. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies and Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue were dispatched to the scene, where a pickup truck and a gold SUV collided. The pickup truck appeared to only have minor damage. The SUV sustained severe damage to one of the side panels. Deputies blocked traffic in all directions while the investigation was conducted by the Nye County Sheriff's Office. And Governor Sisolak has extended the directive order to avoid personal contact in non-essential businesses to stay closed to the public until April 30th. This includes the extension of our school closures. The governor declared a state of emergency on March 12th to protect Nevadans and encourage them to stay at home to help flatten the curve to prevent the spread of COVID-19. All non-essential businesses can remain open only as long as they offer delivery, pickup, or takeout service and avoid all human contact. Well, the Nye County School District has worked hard to provide food and instructional materials to students during these difficult times. As the number of coronavirus cases here in Nye County continues to increase, Nye County School District has made a difficult yet necessary decision to keep all employees home through April 30th in order to keep our employees healthy and, most importantly, limit exposure to the coronavirus for our children. Well, Nye County announces that we have now 6 people confirmed with positive results here in Pahrump and 1 previously confirmed in Amargosa and 1 in Beatty. The Beatty resident and 2 individuals here in Pahrump have recovered and have been released from quarantine. There are 2 sites for testing tomorrow, one in Tonopah and Beatty. They just finished up the ones here in Pahrump yesterday and today. Beatty is going to be at the Beatty Justice Court, and that is at 426 C Avenue. That's on April 2nd from 8 a.m. until 10 a.m. in Tonopah at the Tonopah Justice Court at 101 Radar Road, Thursday, April 2nd from 2 to 6 p.m. It's on a first-come, first-served basis. The Office of the Sheriff's has asked that you bring a copy of your identification all on one page with your ID and your insurance card and hand that over to them instead of the originals. We'll be right back just in a moment with News 25.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, nearly half of all Americans are spending less during the coronavirus outbreak. Most investors are choosing to ride out the wild swings in the stock market, and computer sales surge as more people work from home. Angela Miles has more.
Top in your news, Americans cut down on spending during the coronavirus outbreak. According to a bank rate survey, 47% of the people interviewed said they were worried about the economy. 15% had concerns about the stock market, and 10% had fears about both. 53% people surveyed with the highest incomes of more than $80,000 reduced their spending, compared to 44% of people making less than $30,000 per year. And this is fascinating. Most investors did nothing with their investments in the stock market and chose to ride out the wild swings. 15% moved money out, which a bank rate expert says could be a major investment mistake in the long run. Computer, laptop, and monitor sales jumped as Americans were required to work from home. Consumer research group NPD says sales of monitors doubled, laptops increased, and mobile phone accessories fell.
Thanks, Angela. Well, let's go to Rhonda Van Winkle with today's News Across Nevada.
The Nevada Department of Transportation is launching Walk and Roll Wednesdays to give socially distanced Nevada families opportunity for healthy and fun outdoor activity. Beginning this week, families are invited to spend at least 20 minutes outside every Wednesday, and as many other days of the week as possible. Being active includes walking, bicycling, hiking, or other outdoor activities in family groups of 10 or less. While walking or bicycling, families are reminded to practice social distancing of at least 6 feet from other members of the public and avoid touching any shared outdoor equipment, as well as to cover coughs and sneezes and wash hands immediately upon returning home. Families can post photos of their walk and roll activities to social media by tagging @NevadaDOT with the hashtag WalkAndRollNV. The U.S. Department of Agriculture Deputy Undersecretary for Rural Development, Bet Brand, today announced that the USDA has extended the deadline for the Reconnect pilot program applications to April 15th. In light of the COVID-19 national emergency, the USDA is extending the application deadline for round 2 of the Reconnect pilot program funding to give rural businesses, cooperatives, and communities extra time to apply for this critical assistance that will help bring high-speed broadband connectivity to rural communities. For more information, go to usda.gov. In a survey of economists conducted by the University of Chicago's Booth School of Business at the beginning of March 2020, more than half of the participants expected COVID-19 to cause a major recession. Though a COVID-19 recession is likely to affect all Americans, despite the government's coronavirus stimulus package, it may strain some communities more than others. In this study, leisure and hospitality workers may be hit the hardest. This includes arts, entertainment and recreation, and accommodation and food services, which have been the largest immediate impacts as a result of store closures and restrictions on large gatherings. Nevada cities rank poorly, as does the state overall. Of the 10 cities we identified where workers in vulnerable industries make up the largest percentage of the workforce, 4 of them are in Nevada, all within an approximate 20-mile radius of one another. They include Paradise, North Las Vegas, and Henderson. Nevada overall is the most vulnerable workforce to a COVID-19 recession of all 50 states. Due to the closure of Catholic charities, the city of Las Vegas, Clark County, and area homeless providers are setting up a temporary shelter for the homeless on the upper parking structure at Cashman Center. The location will begin tonight and run until April 3rd. The past week, the Southern Nevada Health District announced that a homeless man tested positive for the coronavirus. As a result, the shelter run by Catholic charities closed temporarily. This means about 500 individuals would have no overnight shelter. The temporary shelter at Cashman will operate from 6 p.m. to 8 a.m. It will be for homeless individuals who are able to walk to the site from the courtyard. Those with fragile health or mobility issues will still be accommodated at the courtyard. The city is reserving the building spaces at Cashman Center for potential hospital overflow should the community require it. Well, I'm Rhonda Van Winkle, and this has been your news across Nevada.
Thanks, Rhonda. Much more news right after this break.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyers, Nye County's injury attorneys. Don't get bullied by insurance companies. Call Jason Ernest and bully them back at 775-727-9500.
Well, Clark County officials are calling on retired healthcare professionals who are willing and able to serve as volunteers with the Medical Reserve Corps of Southern Nevada to assist with the community's response to coronavirus to register online through a state's ServeNV website at servenv.org. Our local healthcare system is on the front lines of the crisis, and they want to be prepared to reinforce the ranks of these amazing professionals with others who have the expertise and qualifications to assist in providing care to those who need it. Once again, you can go online to servenv.org. Well, today is not only April Fool's Day, but it's National Census Day. Today, especially all Nevadans are encouraged to complete the census forms. You can complete this easy form by going online to censusnv.gov. So far, Nevadans' response is only at 36%. If you would like to complete the census questionnaire, you can do that by going to censusnv.gov. You can also give them a call at 844-330-2020. The call is confidential. For every person counted, Nevada stands to receive $2,000 each year for 10 years. That goes directly to help fund communities to stay healthy, safe, and educated. That's over $67 billion in federal funding over 10 years if everyone is counted. Well, in today's Save a Pet, we meet Samson, a beautiful male tabby, available for adoption from Desert Haven Animal Society. Darby O'Donnell tells us more.
Today's Save a Pet is proudly sponsored by Jason Ernest with Mountain West Lawyers. Call 775-727-9500.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Samson. Samson is an adult male tabby. He kind of looks like a mountain lion, to be honest. He has beautiful colorings, gorgeous green eyes. He's extremely affectionate. He's a big cat. You definitely want to go and see him and all of his friends here at Desert Haven Animal Society. They're in Cedar Lane behind the Nye County Courthouse. They are still accepting people to come in and take a look at their animals, but they're only doing it based on appointments. So you need to give them a call, 775-751-7020, and you can always look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society. Hi, Samson.
He is such a cutie. Well, dealing with the seriousness of COVID-19 outbreak, it's no laughing matter, of course, but all we need to find is ways to cope to deal with the COVID-19 limitations. Cleveland Clinic's Dr. Scott Bay says during difficult times, it helps to laugh and share humor with people we care about.
Humor is considered a very sophisticated psychological defense against tension and threat. And so I think doses of humor are good for us. I think it is a way to activate good brain chemistry and actually protect ourselves with better immune function. Humor is really good medicine.
Dr. B recommends watching movies or shows with family and friends, even if you have to do it virtually. Tuning into late-night comedy programs can help ease tension and strengthen bonds, especially when we're being asked to spend time apart from those we love.
Humor is kind of a bonding thing also. It's a shared experience. Rarely do we experience it in isolation. So again, it's one of those things that can be shared.
Likewise, Dr. B says finding a way to exercise can be especially helpful to boost your mood. He says getting some fresh air, walking your dog, engaging in outdoor activities, at some distance of course, is a good idea.
Find a way to exercise. We know that that is useful for our physical well-being and our emotional well-being. There's great research on physical exertion being a good treatment for depression, for anxiety as well.
Dr. B says it helps to remember everyone is experiencing something disappointing right now. He says it's a good time to keep caring about each other as deeply as we can.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, the weather is getting warmer. Let's take a look outside. I know that the temperatures have risen a little bit. It's been a little fun working in the yard lately. We're going to find out what's in store in our forecast right after this break.
News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donohue with today's weather. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 82 degrees, a low of 55, 93, a low of 62 in Death Valley, 78, a low of 44 in Amargosa, 75, 39 in Beatty, 62 for the high in Goldfield, 66 over in Tonopah. Both towns have a low of 28 degrees, 55 for the high in Carson City, 60 in Fallon, 23 for the low in both towns there, and finally up in Fernley, 55, their low is 26 degrees. Now today in Pahrump, we saw sunny skies. Our high today was 78 degrees. Winds coming out of the south-southwest up to 4 miles per hour, 30% for that humidity, and 6:30 this morning for our sunrise. Now going into tonight, we're going to continue on with clear skies. Our low is going to be 46 degrees. It is 77 outside currently, with winds coming out of the east-southeast up to 8 miles per hour, 62% for our humidity, and 7:07 for our sunset. Now looking into that 7-day, still seeing those clouds rolling in and some high winds this weekend, up to 20 miles per hour on Saturday, 18 miles per hour on Sunday, down to 13 miles per hour with a 60% chance of rain on Monday and a 30% chance on Tuesday. Now temperature-wise, from Thursday to Sunday, we're going to be seeing our highs in about those high 60s, low 70s, anywhere between 67 to 73 degrees. Then on Monday, we're going to drop down to about those mid to high 50s, just between 55 to 59 degrees, and then Wednesday up to a high of 67. Now our overnight still floating mainly around in that 40-degree bracket, just between 42 and 48 degrees. We're going to be seeing a low of 50 on Saturday and a low of 39 on Monday. And so now with that, we're going to throw it back to the desk with Deanna.
Thanks so much, Michael. Well, we want to remind everybody, once again, Beatty and Tonopah is having some testing there through the Nye County Sheriff's Office and Serenity Health as well. So find out more. You can look on our local Pahrump Facebook page. We have the whole entire schedule there. And we are asking people to send us your videos. If you have things that you would like to share with us, especially things to do with how you are managing being at home with the coronavirus, any good and bad things, please send them to us. You can send them to our local Pahrump Facebook page and message those videos to us, short videos, or you can send it to me, Deanna O'Donnell, on my Facebook page as well, or you can email them to me at deanna@kpvm25.tv. Well, everyone take care, and we'll see you back here tomorrow night. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Good night.